Welcome back to Cousins Paul and Snooker Bar in Canterbury for the Vanguard Invitational, sponsored by Rubbish Snooker. We are in the third fixture of the group stage where we face off Lineade versus Aalice. I'm Matt, I'm joined with Simran. Simran, talk us
Hello.
through the groups.
Yeah, so today we'll be seeing Aalice, who are currently placed in fifth place, and Lineade, who are currently placed in sixth place. This game is really going to impact the placement of the games. As you can see, they both have the same points difference and the same number of games played. So this will really set them apart.
Yeah, definitely here. So we can see that the top of the table, all the teams with maximum impact, the Wet Bandits and Daddy's Clackers, have come away with 6 points in their first two games, and the bottom three have 0 points so far. So let's talk about the lineups here of Lineade and Aalice. So we have Alex here, lead line ball strategist. Sorry, I don't know why it's strategist. So hopefully we'll see his abilities on the table in this game. You know, important game here in the fixtures. Important to get points on the board here. He was a former child, now a man, especially on the line ball scene. So let's hope that we will see something fantastic from him today.
Yeah, let's hope we see that strategy really come into play in this game. And then in Aalice we have Shana and Aditya. Aditya is a recovering sleep addict. Does that mean he's recovered? Does that mean he's not? Does that mean that he's taking naps in between games? We don't know. And he's also a spicy food fiend. Wonder if he'll bring some of that spice into his game playing abilities. Both these teams, as you can see, are unfortunately at the bottom of the table, so we're really hoping that they can show what they're made of in this game.
Yeah, we should see a turn of fortune here for at least one of these teams, as Alex and Ardit Lineade kick off the bout today. The black ball slightly leaning towards the left-hand side of the table, but more central. Lineade playing a fantastic shot over the left-hand side.
A brilliant shot right against the cushion of the table. Hard one to knock out, close to the pot. Brilliant by Lineade. You can really tell that they're warming into the game and warming up as we progress through the tournament.
Yeah, it should definitely be mentioned that no team had any warm-up on the day before going into the tournament, and they were the first team on. So that might explain some of the nerves in the first and second games of the tournament. So hopefully we'll see that little bit of rust wear off, and we might see the Lineade we've been expecting to see. The most practiced team behind closed doors before the tournament. Maybe we'll see that today.
The teams choosing opposite sides of the table today, keeping well away from each other, keeping it friendly for this first round, perhaps trying to just suss each other out, see what they're made of.
Yeah, definitely playing close to the black ball there from Lineade, which is very important, especially if this game does go to a tiebreak, making it very difficult for the other team Aalice, to knock their ball out of the area.
Alex now for Lineade, shooting a shot into the yellow ball's kind of cluster, nicely embedding himself in the middle, also close to the back pocket. He is now also mirroring what Lineade have done by hitting closer to the red balls to kind of mix the colours up. It seems all very polite in this round so far.
Yeah, a lot of the teams here working closer to each other now, as we can see here. A fantastic shot there again from Lineade, making it very, very difficult because of the yellow balls in front to knock it out.
Yeah, a great shot, very close to the pocket. Oh, and unfortunately, Aalice have just breezed past the black ball, nudging it slightly. Just a little kiss for the black ball. Anki Dam's now shaking the black ball and it not being approved by someone else in the room.
Perhaps Anki Dam's done a little bit too much there for his other commentators and friends. Maybe being too much of a hero. Maybe slightly too much. But we are seeing Lineade taking the first point. A very risky shot for the first shot of the round, but they are 1-0 up. We are seeing a very strong lineage coming into this game, knowing that this game is very important to get points from.
That was a gorgeous shot. Completely missed the black ball. Right next to the pocket. This is exactly what we like to see from line 4 players. Line really picking up the prowess of their games. If I saw someone do that, I would be scared. Scared.
Scared.
Yes, fearful.
Yeah, we should see the ability of line 8 is really starting to come out here. You know, high risk, high reward shots, playing very close to the pockets as well, being very successful with these shots too. Aalice has a long way to come in this game if they are to compete here with line 8. Sorry.
Although that is quite a cheeky shot by Aalice, really blocking off that third red ball that they have still to play. Line 8 are, of course, one of the more experienced teams, and so you would expect a kind of better, like more swift kind of game from them, I would say, just from the fact that they've played more games properly, especially Alex, our co-commentator. So,
yeah, real shame there with that shot from line 8. You know, obviously commentator's curse kicking in here. You know, giving the praise to line 8, but it was a bit of a sloppy shot there, putting one of the opposition's balls. That shot will not count there because they have to start from the centre outwards.
Aditya making a rude by knocking out those red balls. Perhaps an aggressive move to tantalize line 8 and get them off their game, as the game is currently neck to neck.
Yeah, we are seeing a bit of aggression here from Aalice here.
That was the most unaggressive shot. I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, it's right against the cushion. You know, they're playing smart. They can't be aggressive on the first shot. Are we going to see a bit of symmetry here? Not quite. The red ball not quite making it into the zone. This is an opportunity here for another aggressive shot to get that ball out of play, but also risky.
Oh, Aalice giving line 8 a little bit of help by pushing that ball into the scoring zone. Perhaps saying, "Come on, guys, let's make this a bit spicy. Let's make this a bit exciting. Let's make it neck
Give them
to
a nudge
neck."
over the line, you know, saying, "Don't worry, we've got you on this one." Yeah, they should
Aalice.
really look to leave that yellow ball alone over there. I think it's in a very strong position. Not the easiest shot to get rid of without hitting the black ball. So
I guess they just want to embed it further away from the line, make it less easy to kind of knock out if it did come to a tight position.
yeah, what do you do if you're in their position in this game? You know, it's 1-1 at this point. Aalice has a 3-ball lead, although those red balls are in a pretty comfortable place to deal with. And it has looked like Aalice has knocked one of their own balls out, knocking one of Line 8's balls in, and also removing one of their own balls from the game. Sloppy play there from Aalice.
I don't know. They're still 1 point ahead. I think because they were a point ahead. I'll say now. They had the opportunity to take those kind of risks, to make those risky shots. Sometimes they do pay off.
Yeah, fantastic shot there from Line 8, tucking it in front of the 2 yellow balls, not exposed at all. Very risky for Aalice to even attempt to knock that ball out, but it also does secure the other 2 yellow balls. So that little trio over the left-hand side is pretty secure.
Aalice really hoping to make a shot to knock out a red ball, I think. Unfortunately, it's backfired once again, and they have knocked another one of their balls out of the scoring area. If I was in the position of line 8, I'd be feeling very confident right now, just because you can kind of see Aalice getting a bit shaken by the current situation. What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, very nervy here from Aalice here. We can see that their shots are a bit fragile, a bit nervy. So let's see if they can pull it together towards the end of this point.
There are a lot of balls on the table, but unfortunately not in the scoring area. A lot of opportunities, but also a lot of barriers to kind of get into that scoring zone, unfortunately. Alex trying to find a nice place to knock his ball in, and he's done it brilliantly. And it's really protected by those 2 yellow balls that are in front.
Yeah, very fantastic. Great position here from Lion-Aid. You know, every yellow ball which has potential to go in has to pass through a lot of yellow balls. And they're in a really difficult position here because all the yellow balls are on the other side to where they're serving from and where they're shooting from to get into the zone. So, but they do need to get enough yellow ball into the zone to make sure they have a chance of a tie break.
I'm really seeing Lion-Aid make these like tight shots quite successfully, these high pressure type shots. Perhaps that's where they thrive, in these high pressure kind of situations. Maybe when it's low pressure and there's not too much going on, that's when they kind of relax and are making mistakes, as we've seen in previous games. But today they are on great form, maybe because they are so well matched by the other team.
Yeah, fantastic shot there from Lion-Aid, just making sure their ball goes in. That giving them a 2-1 lead in the game now.
Hey, I'm Kieran, the creator of Rubbish Snooker, which makes art out of litter on an outdoor pool table. And I'm really proud to sponsor the Vanguard Invitational Line Ball Tournament, and check out rubbishsnooker.com.
Great work there from Lion-Aid. The fact they have a little bit more time to take their shots with how long the games are going on for lets them cool their nerves down. And we're seeing a much more confident Lion-Aid than we have in the previous games.
The teams switching sides, or unswitching sides again.
Really messing with the symmetry here. Messing with, is it Anki Dams involved again? Maybe doing a little bit too much with the organising. Not this time.
I think he sat down.
Yeah, he needs a break from all that hard work.
Signing up the board here. This could be the final match point. Who knows? Anything is possible in this game. Aalice lining up for the first shot taken by Shana. She has unfortunately hit it way too hard.
Just want to say this has been a fantastic game so far. Very highly competitive game between the two teams, Aalice and Lion-Aid at Cousins Pool and Snooker Bar in Canterbury at the Vanguard Invitational.
I'd again like to thank our sponsor, Rubbish Snooker, for sponsoring the tournament, and also providing the prize for the winners. I think it's really impressive what these teams are doing today. They're playing brilliant shots into the scoring zone. They're really being careful. They're making some good risky moves, are really paying off for them. You wouldn't think that these are the two teams that are at the bottom of the table.
Well, a lot of tournaments, leagues, and stuff, you tend to find the best games low down the table when the stakes are higher. You know, if they don't get points this game, then they are looking very vulnerable going into the final stages of the group stages here. So very important to pick up points where you can early doors. Unfortunately, these two teams are at the bottom of the table, but their fortunes might change after this game. You know, swing both ways. So let's hope.
Just as a reminder, only one team will be eliminated from the group stages, so they just have to not be in 6th place to make it through to the next day, to the next stage of the tournament, the knockouts.
Yeah, 4th and 5th place will play a playoff match to get into the semi-finals of the tournament. So they just have to be very careful to make sure they get through that stage and also are ready enough for the playoff game, which they will have to play first place if they do finish 4th or 5th. Now, that is probably one of the best shots we've seen so far. Did it touch? It did.
It did.
That's very lucky. I thought that didn't touch there. I would have said that could have been the best shot of the tournament so far if that was planted perfectly behind it. Unfortunately not. So
unfortunately, VAR has ruled it as touching unconsensually.
Yeah. Unconsensual touching of the black ball is not tolerated in line ball.
No, always ask for consent.
I'm gonna put it better myself.
That brings this to the final match point. Both teams both teams having equal 2 points, both hoping to make it through and win this game. I feel like they're pretty evenly matched right now. So it's interesting to
This
see.
is the
In
longest
my
game.
opinion, yeah. In my opinion, I think Lion is slightly showing a bit more skill when it comes to this game. But anything is possible.
Yeah, it is exciting. The first 2-2 draw has to go down to the wire on this game. Hopefully, there's no sloppy mistakes to give away the win here. So let's hope for the best for both teams. Let's see if they play any risky shots. I'm surprised we haven't seen Lionade maybe go for a little bit closer to the black ball because they can shoot across it to try and tuck it behind. Maybe. What would you do in that situation, Simran?
I don't know. It's quite a dangerous position. I feel like it's quite easy to get to snag that ball slightly, as they did in the last round. They're probably a bit more wary of it this time. It is classic psychology to, once you've made a mistake with something, to completely avoid it in your next go. If you're interested in stats and probability, it's interesting to think about. And it's quite, again, it's because it's so to the side. It's easy to then get it into that to pot it again by accident. What do you think, Matt?
I think Lionade needs to take a risk. I mean, who wouldn't? Everyone, all the fans, everyone watching here would love a tie break on the final point to decide it. But if it doesn't happen, I think Lionade look like the favourites to take this. I mean, the Red Bulls are in good positions here to knock further in and deeper in. Fantastic shot here from Lionade. That ball is pretty safe now from any danger. We could be seeing a tiebreak on the final point.
Lionade pulling ahead with a 3-point to 2. Now Aalice doing a similar move. Now now having 4 balls in above 3 with Lionade. Lionade having one more shot to take than them. A brilliant shot
here
by Aalice. Sorry, not by Aalice, by Lionade. Brilliant shot, really knocking out that yellow ball, pushing their ball into that little cluster on the right, into that huddle, ready for a cuddle with the other balls.
Yeah, the quality in this game has really reflected the actual quality of both these teams. We might have not seen it in the previous games to the quality they're displaying today, but this just shows the quality of every team in the tournament. It shouldn't just be the top teams beating the lower teams and then getting into the final stages of the tournament. It does show that we do have a bit of competition from every team in the tournament, which is nice to see. So, Aalice not taking a risk here, just making sure their ball does get into the zone. Very exposed in comparison to Lionade's balls. Lionade could take this point here. If they play a risk here, they could try and knock out a yellow ball and win the game.
There they go. And they've done it. They've knocked out not just one ball, but 2 balls, winning the point and winning the game.
Hey, my name's Kieran Paul and I'm the creator of Rubbish Snooker, which is the proud sponsor of the Vanguard Invitational Line Ball Tournament, of which the winners win a piece of Rubbish Snooker art.
So, well done, Lionade. Lionade getting their first victory of the tournament.
They completely smashed it out of the park with those final 2 shots. Really just taking the piss by knocking out those final 2 balls. I was ready for it to be over.
Yeah, fantastic game there from both teams. Both demonstrating high-level line ball playing. A lot of the plays we saw there were very similar to the Pioneers Championship in quality. Although those games were a lot longer, we definitely saw it in a lot shorter scale here, which is really nice to see from both teams there. So both teams should be proud of their performances. Simran, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think that was brilliant by both teams. Aalice unfortunately taking another loss, that being 3 games with no win, but they have pulled some points to help with their to help with their point difference. So hopefully that will help them throughout the rest of the tournament. Lionade pulling ahead at now 4th ahead of the Red Hot Chili Potters, who should be playing soon in this third fixture. I'm really excited to see what it's bringing. You can really tell that the kind of equality of the games are really improving as we go through the fixtures and as we go through the group stage. Players are kind of getting more into their stride. Players are learning from their mistakes and how the other teams work. They've all played each other now, so they know their tactics.
Yeah, it's really nice to see that Lion have crawled out of the bottom position on the table. They are now 4th in the leaderboard as well, which is nice to see. Obviously, all the other teams do have a game in hand, especially the Red Hot Chili Potters, so we might see them climb across. But now there is points on the table for Lion. Unfortunately for Aalice, still on 0 points, and now sit on the bottom of the table. This has been fantastic. What a fantastic game to watch. Excitement all round.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the upcoming games. Next up, we will have Daddy's Clackers playing Wet Bandits, 2 star-crossed lovers on different teams. It should be really interesting.
Yeah, fantastic. Once again, thank you very much to Cousins Pool and Snooker Bar in Canterbury for hosting the tournament and allowing the games to be played and filmed here. And also to our sponsor, Rubbish Snooker, for sponsoring the tournament.
Yeah, please join us every Tuesday and Thursday for another stage of the tournament. And please like and subscribe. Let us know how you felt about the game in the comments. Let us know if you were impressed or shocked by the outcome of today's game. And do stay tuned for the next game in the Vanguard tournament.
Thank you very much, Simran, for joining me on the commentary today. I've been Matt.
I've been Simran.
Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hi everybody, my name is Max Barrett and I'm the creator of Lion Ball Pool. I just wanted to hop in at the end of the video to say thank you so much for tuning in to the episodes of the tournament. We really appreciate you watching and supporting, so make sure if you enjoy these episodes, subscribe to the channel. At the moment we are uploading every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 PM UK time, so your subscription, it goes a long way. And the other thing I'd like to ask you to do is play Lion Ball. Go and play it in your local pool bar, snooker lounge, wherever you have access to, because we've had a lot of the players who are playing in this tournament be approached by other people in the pool bar, asking them what they're playing, having some rounds of Lion Ball, teaching each other the rules and trying out new tactics. So by playing Lion Ball and just going out there and enjoying it, you are helping to spread the brilliant work we're doing here on the channel and introducing a brand new game and bringing people together. So that means everything. And the other thing I'd love to do, and this is a bit of a reach, I would love to play Lion Ball Pool against Keanu Reeves. Now, can we make it happen? He is one of my favourite actors of all time. He is an inspiration, and if I could play against him in a game of Lion Ball, then I've won. So let's see if we can do it. Subscribe, comment, like, and let's see. I'll see you in the next video.